In this box is the EB5 by Jasion. I believe I'm pronouncing that properly. It's an e-bike with a 350 watt motor, a 36 volt 10 amp hour battery. They claim you're going to get 40 miles out of it, and it was only $300 on Amazon. It was the cheapest I could find. We're going to unbox it, put it together, and see if I wasted $300. All right, let's open this box up, see what's inside. All right, we got a box of goodies. In the box, we have pedals. Looks like an axle. Rear brake light, or tail light rather. A bag with some tools. A loose Allen wrench, and another box. Looks like our charger. It is a 2.2 amp charger. All right, moving further into the box, some foam, some more foam. Looks like we got a seat, and it looks like the staples from the box contacted that seat. We got a rip in the front of our seat already. All right, let's pull this out of here. And we got the rest of our bike. All right. There you have it. Let's get some of these zip ties off. And we got one back here. Our front tire is loose. All right, so now that our zip ties are loose, we've got some foam to get off of here. Like our battery. The forks do have suspension. We will see how well that works. For 300 bucks, my expectations are low. And our handlebars. And as you can see, not a whole ton of pieces. Should be a really simple installation. We got a front tire, some handlebars to put together. Looks like the pedals. Other than that, should be real quick, easy, simple, straightforward. All right, I'm going to start by putting the handlebars on. First, we have to take the bolt out of here. Get this stem on. This piece of aluminum gets removed. It says it right there. Please take it off. Put the handlebars on. I'm just going to tighten this loosely. And then once I get my tire on, I can kind of gauge where this needs to be so it's nice and straight. Behind this foam is our display. I'm going to go ahead and leave that on just to keep from scratching it while we're doing our installation here. We do have an integrated headlight. That's really nice. Go ahead and install that next. It does look like we did get a few scratches from shipping. It's a nice scratch here. Nothing too bad. Nice scratch here. I mean, I'm going to scratch the bike. I'm not super concerned about the scratches. If nothing's been out of shape or broken, I'm not worried about it. It is, in case you weren't sure, an e-bike. So let's pop this off so we can put our headlight on. I did notice a tail light in that box of goodies, and it is not integrated. So that will go on the stem of your seat, and then will have to be popped off anytime it needs to be charged. Popped off, taken inside. It's probably a USB charger. Headlights on though. All right, real easy part. We're going to put our seat on. It's a quick release. Can be tightened by hand, and we'll adjust that later. All right, now we're going to remove the stud between your forks. This is put there so the forks aren't damaged in shipping. They can't be bent. Holds them in place. You're going to use your 15 millimeter wrench that came in your box, and we're going to loosen these nuts up. They do have lock nuts on the inside, but once you have those loosened up, you should be able to pop that out of there. All right. Now we'll put our tire on. We're going to remove this plastic cover. That's just a protective cover. Lift up by the handlebars and drop those forks down on your axle. Now would be a good time to put your kickstand down. Starting to look like a bike. Next, you're going to take the quick release that was in your box. Remove the nut on this side. And the spring and the locking washer. We're going to stick it right through the axle here to the other side. Spring first. Skinny side in, washer, and then nut. All right. Kind of tricky. You want to put that locking on the inside. And then your nut. Stick that through. Give it a little tighten, but not before you put your lock tab in on both sides. I have to loosen it up a little bit so we can put our locking tabs in. All right. Tighten that up by hand. And then on this side, that's going to lock it all in place. All right, let's go ahead and put our pedals on. As you can see, the right side has an R, and your right pedal has an R as well. We're going to use our wrench again. Again, the 15 millimeter. Start it by hand. And then tighten it down with the wrench. The left side is left-hand thread. You're going to go the opposite direction you typically do to tighten this one down. All right, so now we can take the foam off of our display, and it is loose. We're going to want to tighten that down. Surprisingly, there wasn't the right size Allen wrench in the box to tighten this down. I had to use my own. It is a 3 millimeter size Allen. Both sides. All right, so now that we have our tire on, we can use that to align our handlebars. We'll just look down the tire, get it as straight as possible, and then we can tighten it up. Nice and tight. All right, now we'll put some air in the tires. Tires call for 40 to 65 PSI. We'll put them at about 50, see how that feels. Less air is going to give you more traction. More air is going to give you more speed. So we will set this to 50. And it looks like there was 22 PSI in them in the box. And we'll let it rip. All right, that was the assembly of the EB5. Real simple, straightforward assembly. It's not going to take you very long at all. We will do a full review on this bike next and see if it is worth your $300.